What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 here in the spring season of series number 8. Driving around in our Audi Quattro that we used in the last video for that stock showdown trial event. So if you haven't seen that, definitely go check it out. But today we're going to be jumping in and starting the seasonal championship. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So I think we're going to start out here with the Power Couple Road Racing Championship to get the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG. And you can see our car restriction here is Mercedes-Benz versus Mercedes-AMG in A-Class. So I've got 3 cars set up. So we're going to jump over here. Oh, I don't want to purchase that. Hitting the wrong buttons. Alright, so we're going to jump over here, start up the championship, see what races we've got, and then we'll jump into that first race and that first car. And the races are going to be a circuit, sprint, and then a circuit down here. Good deal. Alright, starting here with the Horizon Mexico circuit. And we're jumping into the 2015 Mercedes-AMG GTS. So this is under the Mercedes-AMG brand. Up on the screen, you'll see the share code for the tune we're using, the name of the tune, and name of the tuner, if you want to look that up. Sometimes the share code does change. If a tuner goes in and modifies it at all, it will change the share code. So you can look it up by the tuner's name and name of the tuner as well. As an additional resource. Man, this thing feels grippy as can be. Yeah, just try to provide that information so you guys can look at if the share code does change. And if the share code does change, let us know down in the comments below. Sometimes it doesn't allow you to put like the share codes in the comments because it doesn't really so much like a series of numbers. So if you would, go join the Discord server, and there is a link to that down below as well. And there is a channel in the Discord server that is all about the Horizon 5 Weekly Festival playlist, and that's where I post all the share codes for the tunes that I use. So you can go post that in there, and it would help probably a good amount of people out. So this thing is very grippy. It doesn't seem to be the fastest yet. It's not doing bad. It's probably more so me driving, not taking the greatest of lines, but we finally did get up into first, which isn't terrible. I mean, I'm more of I'd rather have control than power, but you obviously need a good balance of both, and I think this tune does have that. It's not overly powerful, but it's definitely very easy to control. So I think what I'm going to do in an effort to keep this video from being ridiculously long is, since we're up into first and we've already gone around the circuit once, I'm just going to go ahead and skip towards the end of this race unless anything interesting or funny happens. I will see you guys here in just a second. Alright, so we've got one final turn to finish out this race. This thing felt really good to drive, so very good option there. I don't know how hard it is to get this car. I don't know if it's like something you can buy from the auction house, or the auto show, but definitely worked out really well for us there. Again, it felt super grippy. We were, what was that, 5 seconds or so ahead of the Drivatars there. And this is a championship race, so as you can see on the far right there, I did get 20 points for coming in first. If I hit continue, this is the championship leaderboard, and this is what really matters. So we'll go over that a little bit more after the next race, but we'll go ahead and jump into that and jump into our next car. Oh, Dunas Blanca Sprint is our next race. And we're jumping into the 2012 Mercedes-Benz SLK 55 AMG. And the share code for the tune, along with the tuner's name and name of the tune, will be up on the screen. This is going to be the cheapest option that we use today as far as buying the car. So I do try to make these videos where these cars are actually accessible, you know, to everybody, whether you're just starting the game or if you've been playing for a while. Try to make it to where they're accessible and potentially the easiest that they can be to win these events. So this thing is holding up pretty well too. It feels honestly just about as grippy as the GTS. It feels a tad bit faster, honestly. That might just be me. Hard on the brakes there. That was just bad driving on my part. I wasn't ready for that turn. But something to mention too as we go through this race is you don't have to use 3 different vehicles for these races. I do that just to provide you guys different cars that can be used, just to provide some extra value to the content for you guys. So yeah, you can use one car for all 3 of the races and be perfectly fine. So make sure you're aware of that and don't go spend unnecessary money on 3 different vehicles. And then the championship, another thing is you don't actually have to come in first in all 3 of these races either. They are points based, as you saw, and as we will see better after we finish up this race, you get different points based off of where you finish. So I'm not saying that where you finish isn't important, but you don't have to come in first each race. So like I said, we'll get a better view of that afterwards, or after this race, because you just have to be in first place in points at the end of the 3 races instead of, you know, first place in each of the races. But 80% through the race, we're looking good. This thing does feel really good, and in the middle of a sandstorm too. Who would have thunk it? Got a little bit of understeer, but it's easy enough to get used to as you go through the race. So finish with a little bit of style into a wall, but a little bit of style nonetheless. And 2 minutes and 40 seconds across the line there. We were 7 seconds ahead of the Drivatars in that race. So you can see we did get 20 more points for coming in second, or coming in first. If I hit continue, you could see we are up to 40 points in total on the championship going into the 3rd race. So got a pretty good lead, 8 points, and we'll see how we finish in the 3rd race. So we'll jump into that and into our final car. All right, here we go with the Bolo Ocho circuit to finish out this championship. And we are jumping into the 2012 Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG Coupe Black Series. Definitely my favorite car of the bunch. But the share code for the tune, along with the name of the tune and tuner's name, will be up on the screen. Oof, roads are a little wet. This is my favorite car, I should say in looks. I've always loved this model of this model year rather of the C63s, and then the fact that you can throw the wide body or the body kit onto the Black Series is just perfection, man. It's such a beautiful car. So we're looking good. We're already up into first, and we haven't even gotten through the first lap yet. So it should be a relatively easy race as long as we keep it off the walls of the building. So I think what we'll do, again, just to keep this video from being unnecessarily, I shouldn't say ridiculously long, but unnecessarily long, is we're just going to skip towards the end of the race now that we've gone through one of the laps, and we're up in first. And I'll see you guys here in just a second, and we'll butt back in if anything interesting or funny may happen. All right, we're darting off to the final turn now. This thing this is probably my option for the best car, just because it fits my driving style the most. But all three of those worked out really, really well. I just enjoy driving that C63 the most. Let's see how far ahead we were. 10 seconds. So we absolutely killed it there on that circuit, but I really did enjoy driving that C63. But that'll give us 20 more points for 60 in total on the championship. If I hit continue, this is the race podium. So if you do lose that last race, don't worry about that. That's just the race podium, and there's the seasonal championship reward for that SLS AMG. But there we go. That is the Power Couple Road Seasonal Championship here in the spring season of series number 8, and how you can get the 2011 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG here in the spring season. I hope you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful. If you did either, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed for future Forza Horizon 5 content just like this. I will have videos on the rest of the festival playlist coming out throughout the rest of the day. So definitely get subscribed if you want to stay tuned for those, and go check out those other videos if you are having issues. But I hope you guys do have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you in the next one.